Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my little goslings. It is orange juice time. No tea today. Orange juice is better for once. As a box. It is a big box. I don't know how to open this box. This flap here, I guess. Yes, I'm using Warhammer clippers to open this box, because I'm an idiot. I have scissors somewhere, just can't be asked to find them. Actually, I guess they're in my cupboard, right? I can't be asked. I will figure it out. They're sharp enough, because they're clippers, because then they have to be. Ah, here we go. That's good, because we're just... Yeah. There is tape on the sort of underside flap, so it's kind of like a shoebox situation by the look. Okay. Just kind of... Okay. Like a little... There we are. Flat. Cardboard. This was delivered by a courier, so it was a bit weird. Kind of solid. And inside this box, unsurprisingly, bionicle stuff. This wasn't an eBay lot, because eBay is funny sometimes, and sometimes you get things cheap from eBay. Anyway, let's start opening these as the Ziploc bags. Oh, they're actually proper Ziploc ones. Well, ooh, zippy boys. So we have most of Hero Factory Surge. Not a huge Hero Factory fan, but the parts are useful for various things. I used to have a few Hero Factory stuff. When they first came out and replaced Bionicle, I picked up a few because... have a mostly complete sort of Stormer as well. I think these are like the original ones. Don't drink my juice. Oh my god, we have some parts of Afri, who for some reason has a Tahati leg piece. And whatever this is, Balrock part. Actually, probably need these actually. Which is kind of weird. That's one side. I'm going to take you off because you're not supposed to be there. And the blue hand from Arashi is also on this thing. Weird. I also don't think you're supposed to have these pins in the feet. In fact, I know you're not because I have two Efries already, so. But yeah, there's a part of an Efri. Most of Orcam isn't supposed to have that pin. That pin, one of the spare pins from the gun's headpiece there. And give Ekri that pin as well. We have, again, some of Tahati. So, more Matoran stuff. Parts of Nofri, are you sensing a theme here? Weirdly enough, parts of a second Tahati. Don't know why there's two. We have what appears to be complete, actually. Nouveau. So my other Nouveau broke her neck. She fell off a thing and broke her neck piece. So having one of these is actually good. Which means other Nouveau, a complete one. Complete one minus like the parts I can't find because her hand fell off. She can go into the Nouveau Kaita now once I get the other bits to do that. That was a cool thing. I think I paid 10 quid for this lot total, including postage. So Nouveau alone is probably worth just about that much. we have parts of a Nouveau with, I don't know, Mata or Nouveau Tahu in the mix. Another big gear piece. Another a Nouveau torso. You can tell by sort of the way the gear system is constructed. I don't mind it. I like getting these parts for things are useful. Now onto the speaker bag of parts. So we'll move these fuckers. Yeah. I will probably just be deconstructing the hair factory guys and be making Minimox. We have weird construction using the avatar and torso and pieces like that. I do know I do need one of these pieces for something. I believe it would have been Kopaka. Stop one of these on here. Kelly can also go. There. We have a Liwa torso. A Tahu Nouveau torso. A red Thorax shield piece, which I actually do need for... Where is it? But this guy, actually need that piece. I actually did have one from a job at recent lot something. But what I actually need is this piece. The Technic pin piece in that light color. Light gray color. So he's more complete now. We're going to leave him out, probably. Because I might have more of his pieces in here. That was a system piece. We have another Knights Kingdom sort of leg piece, leg armor. I love getting these because these will be useful mocks in the future. It's kind of dirty, but that is, I guess, one of Nouveau's arms. I'm going to leave this to one side because that needs cleaning. Parts of Levat Cow. I already have a Levat Cow shield that I paid from a recent Freaklink lot, but that's still cool to get. Parts of Vizsla. I wish more Vizsla was here because Vizsla is one of the two I'm missing. Parts of Gaplock. We are working currently on Gaplock Cow, but that's another gearbox. More Knights Kingdom stuff. A foot from a Toro, or probably the Touring guy, because we have the Touring armor. So that will probably go in our parts box for now. But there's not, from what I could tell, there's not enough of this set to constitute another copy of it. And I don't even know if there's combiners for that. We do have a Gaplock Cow shield, which I think I already have on my existing. Yeah, I do. It's the same. I really should be checking these shield pieces actually, make sure that they're not misprints. Because misprints would obviously be more valuable. A Tahati gearbox. Looks like it's a partially constructed Tahati build. A Tarak piece. This was a cool piece. We have a How Nouveau, so that's a collectible. We have a How Nouveau. I think I already have one, but it's cool to get more of them. A shoulder armor piece for a Knights Kingdom character. We do have Nukri's mask, the Ruru. We do have Nukri's Ruru. I'll just stick that on Nukri somehow for now. We have the... Oh, it's actually the elastic bands. We have the head section of Tarak. So that's good. I should probably have most of it to make Tarak out of here. We do have one of Tarak's arms. A hand piece that needs putting on, so otherwise on something else in this lot. Stick on one of Tarak's arms. I was hoping they might have some Krana in here. We didn't see any in the lot. have one of Parak's feet, so we can stick that. Like that. Yep. Hold on. Yeah. Gotta straighten up that. Tahati leg for Tahati Nouveau, I presume. Yet another Nouveau weapon piece. I have so many of these now, but they're still useful. One of Nouveau's legs. One of Tannock's legs. So we can add that to our existing Tannock. Which is good because I actually needed both the foot and the leg, so it's good. I'll just leave that leg now spare. And my phone is going crazy because of Discord. So what I need now for this guy is just like a leg and an arm, I think. There probably is most of the stuff to make Tannock out of this lot alone, but oh well. Another piece for a Knight's Kingdom guy. This is off of a Power Miner set. If you do know this, most of its system. I will be taking this out though for Borok pieces. And that will just go in the parts bin to use as a weapon. I think that was originally used in bionicle stuff specifically, so that's cool. And another Panrak arm. Or leg, I guess, could be. Missing a hand. Nouveau armor. Another arm for, I guess, a Nouveau. This one is actually clean. Nouveau armor on a shoulder. I'll just take that off for now. To put on this. This is Parak's other shield. Again, if this is complete, that's like another 6-8 quid plus item, which is good. The lot was just definitely worth it. A Patu Climbing Claw, Patu Nouveau. Bits of Liwa. This is probably Liwa Nouveau because it's got these wind blades. Sorry about that. Sneezing too much. I'm sorry. Blackfoot for, I guess, a Nouveau. We have a Scrowl Blade. That's cool. And an arm, presumably for the Scrowl. One of top of Nouveau's legs, I guess. A red hand piece, which would probably be for a rock sheet, I could presume. Another blue hand, which would also be for a rock sheet, again, I presume. Another Parak piece. That's his foot now, I guess. We're just missing his foot now. And his prana, I guess, you can't remember this piece. Oh, here's his foot. So that would be from like Tahati or something, or a spare foot. Anyway, that is one complete figure out of all of that. Parak, what do you call him? A good little lad. So, I don't know where this extra arm has come from, then I presume Tahati, but unless there was another Parak set in here. Yeah, there must have been, because we saw another piece, didn't we? So we must have had, like, multiple Paraks. We do have a Gathlock cow foot. For some reason, I have a technic piece going through it. Even though I don't think... I'm fairly certain that the Gathlock did not have... or any of the Borok cow didn't have any pieces that go in the feet. Like the Nouveau do. I guess you could theoretically do that, though. So, this is going to go... Well, I don't think I have enough for a second Parak out of this. But I will definitely try and build something using these parts, because there are weird parts. They're a weird piece, and you could probably build some Titan out of them. Anyway, here's our Gathlock over here. So, hand pieces... I did get some of these from Bricklink, which you probably saw from the last episode, but definitely getting the parts to make that is good. We will cannibalize the Metru foot for Vizsla. She needs it, and we have a Gaplock limb now for the regular Gaplock. That way elsewhere. Again, it's just one of those things where, like, it helps to just complete other things. Yeah, so Vizsla is missing her feet, but I do have parts for that. I think the only thing I would probably need is her mask. Oh, we do have a white Krana. I do. Oh, the lighting is making this kind of difficult to see. I don't know which Krana that is, but we do have a Krana, a white Krana, which I believe would be a Borok Cal Krana. So we do have a Krana, which is cool. Kranas are like 2-3 quid upwards easily, right? Kranas are like kind of rare. Anyway, we have another leg piece from the North Place. That's the thing. It's already been worth it in the few sets we've already picked up from this lot, and it's even more worth it for the parts to complete this other set. And my Discord is going mental. So, what else do we have in here? More Liwa parts. I will probably do a bit at the end where I just try and build up all the sets off camera. Finish up that. Except stuff like this, where it's just like these pieces for sets I'm pretty sure are incomplete. There we have Gaplock Cal's other shield. Which again I was missing, I was using the regular Gaplock shield at the time. I think I'd gotten this sponge shield off, because it's sort of like a piece I'd had since before I started collecting again. Oh, there's the other shield, so I have a spare now. I think I had it from Taratoa set or something. So I'll put that in the spare parts now. We do have Orcum's torso. Orcum is one of the other ones I'm missing as well. We have parts of Tannock, I would believe, including elastic band. So we'll just take Tannock's elastic band and we'll give it to Gaplock Cal. There you go. The elastic bands are kind of rare. Those parts. We do have Tahuti's mask, the Huna. I'm not saying that right, I can guarantee you. More Borok random parts. Here we go. So this weird one that uses one of Tannock's fire shields, which you don't actually need more of. So those will go into mocks. Some random technic bits. And Gaplock Cal's remaining piece that I need. So we have a spare Levac Cal piece now. And again, I can also use all these pieces to make mocks with, because I think a lot of the early Matoran, or Matoran Tahunga, also use the same stuff. So that is Gallop Cal done. We have a completed Gaplock Cal now, which is cool. There's two. Now, yes, I know that this was. I mean, it was probably basically complete from here. I'm missing just a few small pieces, but it was just easier to build the one that I had already started as a project. So we have Gaplock Cal as well in position. I guess I could roll them up like I did Caprat. I will probably be doing my own other Borok mocks to try and do sort of weird Borok, like multi-element Borok, or doing some weird stuff, maybe like weird Cal or non-Cal. For other elements, so things like, I don't know, a Borok of energy, purple or something, with some printed parts. So, none of these pieces are going to go to waste, per se. We do have, oh my goodness gracious, stop it, don't fall. You have more random parts for a Matoran. Probably going to go on Orcum. So, yep. I'm going to move some of these parts over, because we're just starting to get issues now. The amount of parts, and they're just all over the place. I'm getting confused. We have a pretty cool piece here. A large Knight's Kingdom shield. some more Knights Kingdom weird stuff. Just like getting that whenever I can. I'll probably use that maybe on a weird Toahaka or something. Now, we do have the hand of that scroll gun. I don't know if I needed the... No, I don't. So it's a Thorax Launcher piece. Section. So that's cool. We have one of those bone parts for that guy, but again, there's really not enough of him. Particularly the Kanoe I know is missing. Another Skrull arm piece. What I presume would be Skrull's arm piece. And we do have what would be Vizsala's head, I think. Or at least one of the Matoran's heads. Another shield. This is the wolf one from another Knights Kingdom set. It's kind of funny because I think what you can also do is you could totally just put them together and stack them on top of each other, which is an interesting thing. Oh, we do have, I think this might be Parak or Parakal's shield Krana. It's in tan. Again, can't really see it properly, but we do have another Krana, so we do have two Krana. Now we do have a head mask piece from a maybe Donju from a Knights Kingdom guy. I do want to use this at some point in a mock because... Oh, fuck! We have another Krana, so that's a third Krana. That might be Tanok's Krana. That is actually Tanok's Krana, so we'll put it in Tanok. There's a Tanok colored Krana. That is very cool. I'm still sort of trying to find the pieces that can finish Vizsala. Oh, Vizsala already has a technic in there. It is kind of weird because Vizsala should have... Yeah, so weird enough for the Matoran that they don't actually go fully on those technic axles. They don't fully go on them. But yeah, I'm gonna put the Vizsala parts there because Vizsala I'm gonna try and make. I didn't see her mask in this job lot when I first bought it, so I don't know if it's there. Oh, we do have another Paprak claw piece. Attach this slightly warped hand. I'm going to put those in the bin, in the parts bin. More making parts. We have a white hand piece for stuff and things. Another Knights Kingdom piece, which also can use an Exo Force mock, so I'm very happy with that. Another Tahati piece. The other Toa tool for Toa Aniwa. These I like for the Knights Kingdom things because they're in different colors to what is normally in these parts. So these are also really good for making mocks for Exo Force. We do have a Miru Nuva for Liwa Nuva. We do have another mask for Akri. I didn't actually see that mask in the job lot initially. That's the Mahiki, I think. We do also have the mask for Orcum. That is Nakama's mask, which I can't remember the name of. But I know that was first began with Churaga Nakama. More Knights Kingdom part. Tahu Nuva piece. Or sub-build, I guess you could call it. A slightly dirty gear. I'll have to clean that up. Parts of Tanok. More parts of Tanok. Which I believe are parts I actually need for Tanok. Yep. So, what I'm missing now is just one non-metro colored red foot. If I can get a hold of that, that'd be great, thanks. For the moment, I'm using one foot in metro red for this guy because I don't have any regular red ones left. I don't know if his other foot might be in there, but I hope it is. But those pieces will go in the parts bin, and this will go towards the next Nukri. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Does anyone know what that is? Let's have a look. We have a chrono holder for Borok stuff. I will probably have to have a session at some point where I look through and possibly build all the Borok stuff that I have outstanding. Another piece for Matoran. I'm presuming this isn't for a Nouveau kind of thing, but I think this might have been for Nouveau, one of the other Borok. But there's no Nouveau parts in here. We do, however, have, weirdly enough, 2 Picari Nouvas. For some reason. Have 2 Picari Nouvas. I guess they must have 2 Anuas. We do have Orcum's Mask, which would have initially been Taraga Nuju's. That is the rain coming down real hard. That is from Tahati, Nouveau. And yeah, that is the rain. Pieces of either Tahati Nouveau or regular Tahati, but I haven't seen a Kakama in here, which is a shame, honestly, because the Kakama is my favorite Kanoe. Foot. There's another white hand. White Metro leg. White Nika armor. Now I do have a bunch of pieces for the blue Baraki, but if I don't need those parts, I can definitely combine those with the Nika parts to maybe build my Toro. So that's cool. Another hand piece. I think these hand pieces are actually for the scroll, so. But I haven't seen a Glatorian head yet, or a scroll, anything else. I haven't seen the other weapon, and I haven't seen the legs, I haven't seen the feet, and I haven't seen the head or a mask for it, so. We also have Metro leg in blue, for some reason. Nukri's other leg. So left thing combined, it would be spare foot that we have. And fantastic, there is the remaining foot piece that I need. Fantastic. So, while this may not have been entirely from the lot, we have a completed pen rack, including Krana, which is real cool. I wonder if the white Krana is for Gathlock Cow. Because it's not New Vox. It's not Panrax, I don't think. Panrax would be... See, regular Panrax should be a dark green. With those ones, it would always correspond with the eye color. The cow were different and the cow were weird. Which is why I think that's the cow for Gatlock. The tan is weird, but I feel like it might be like Parak cow or something like that, or... But yeah, we have so we managed to finish off some Borok with this anyway. We have a light green head. I'm not sure which one that's for. Possibly Nukri. Same with yellow. I will have a look into this in a minute. What appears to be a third Toa Onua tool, so I'll put it on the spares because I don't need 3. Another Liwalim. Okay, there's one of the scroll legs. I think I might have put the torso somewhere. Yeah. We have the other leg. A Metro torso piece. Don't know who exactly that would have been for. I have a feeling it might have been for our boy, our watery, icy boy. A leg piece for Vizsla. And my shelf area where I store parts is getting kind of full. A purple piece where I get Donju. Which is cool because I think there's a character in XF4 that does use purple elements as part of her aesthetic. Here we are. So that's the more modern foot piece. You can see it's squared off, not circular, so that's one of Squirrel's feet. Nouveau. Another leg piece. This might have been from the Scrally guy as well. Not Scrally guy, the other guy. We do also have a sort of holder piece with elastic bands, which is really cool. You see this in bionicle here from time to time, as I mentioned in the previous video. So this is definitely a Chrono cowl, because it's silver. So I think these two Chrono here, the white and the tan, might have been from a Chrono pack. Because I think with the Chrono packs they did off colors for all the Chrono as well. So those might be kind of rare. This is definitely Gallox Chrono cowl, I think, because it's silvery, and the silvery Chrono for the Borak cowl. But I will definitely have to look into those Chrono colors, because those might be quite rare. Borak tooth. Another foot, presumably for one of the two Anuas. More modern blue hand. Must have been for the other guy. Or maybe not. Maybe this is some random part of something else. Another elastic band holder. I was hoping to find some of the canister pieces, but I don't know if they have any canister parts. We do, however, have a sort of silver Picari, which I think is really cool. That's the unpowered style Picaris. That's sort of rare, not really, but it's definitely more rare than just the standard color of it. And I think it's really cool. Just a flat silver, really. Yeah, and the rest of what's in there is parts for Levac cowl. Yeah, just some Levac cowl parts. And a few other random bits. New lock foot and whatnot. And there's also another Borak cowl, which I presume would have been for Gatlock cowl. I'll leave those in the bag for now. I will be back in a minute once I've finished off figuring out what all the hell all these other figures are for. Okay, so here's all that we have of Skrull. So as you can see, it's missing head pieces and one foot. So yes, we have an almost complete Vizsla, just missing a disc launcher, which might be in my parts lot, and her mask, which for Vizsla was the Mahiki, not the Mahiki, what was it? Just trying to remember. The one used by Turaga and Nua, that's the one, yeah. So that's the mask that's missing. But disc launcher and the mask shouldn't be too. Okay, this is what we have of Akamu, minus his mask, obviously, which is right here. His head actually uses blue, so kind of, I guess, like a Nua as well. So yeah. He also uses a technic bit, much the same as Vizsla. So that's also missing, which is a shame. Also missing his feet and his launcher. I did kind of buy some parts from the others, and I added one to my collection just to finish his arms off, and the legs. But he still isn't complete, so I guess it's an exercise in futility. Whoops. Much the same as him, Orcam. He uses red eyes, so he also has a missing part there. Which is again a shame, but yeah, at least we have everything except one piece. Well, two pieces. I may actually have a spare red head somewhere, but like I say, I'd have to fish through my collection entirely. I think that red and the blue may well have started off with the Toa Metromatoran. So, yeah, I don't think I have those spare heads, but oh well. Nouveau minus his disc launcher and part of the technic bit that makes up his head is complete, admittedly because of the foot I have spare and some spare parts, but still basically complete Nouveau. So once I find the last technic piece for that and his launcher and whatnot, he will probably go towards the combiner model for those three, as I think I already have a spare enough ray. But still, again, another basic one. I also basically cannibalized F-ray, and I'm going to continue to cannibalize this one because unless there's a canonized figure thing that I need for this guy, I don't need a third, but I'll definitely be using this on a mock, so cool beans, I guess. We'll be deconstructing this guy, most likely. Although I'm saying that I might keep the bits to do Matoran Nouveau, because if you know the Matoran in the movie, when they were Matoran before they became Toa, they still use the great versions of their Kanoe, which is a very minorly modified version of those. I could get the mask printed, but I do have Nouveau's great mask of power, so I might just do Matoran Nouveau. Next is the Tahati Hoodies. Like I say, I don't need multiple Hoodies. I could save the bits to make Whenua, but I just don't have enough of the pins and one. I had to cannibalize this basically entirely for other ones. I did keep at least one though, because a second Tahati would be useful for the combiner model. Just have a look at that 1 second. Yeah, so much like, I'm not sure it's the same green, I think it's a darker green. Yeah, it's a darker green. We don't have the head for the hoodie either, so... But I think Onua might have used the same head. Maybe head and eye color. But any which way, we don't have Tahati's head, so... Again, another almost complete figure, but not really. So I'm using the incorrect head as an example. It's the yellow head, which would be from Gali or other characters. I'm using yellow. It appears the Tahu Nouveau is basically complete, minus, I guess, the gears, which we cannot be bothered to find, but I do have spare gears, the head, and the weapons. I do have one of Tahu Nouveau's Fireblades somewhere, I have both, and I would presume there's some like technic bits to go with that to put them on his feet as well, to the board. But yeah, mostly complete Tahu Nouveau. So, Pog. So yes, it turns out those Thorax-looking parts probably are for Onua Nouveau. So we do have torso, leg, whatnot, head, mask. We don't have the head. I don't know what else is supposed to go here to bring the head forward. There's a piece supposed to go here. We don't have the head anyway, but we do have basically the rest of them. And like I said, we do have some parts to make a second. So we have a leg, another arm, another torso. Like I said, we have the spare weapons and whatnot. These will just go in the box. I may eventually build a second Onua Nouveau. I should be able to finish off what I've got if I get another head. Yeah. It's one of those things where I just have spare parts. Here's what we have of Tahati Nouveau. I'm missing 2 hand pieces, but they're just black parts, and I can get those. I think I might have some of those spare. I haven't done the ball joint, the gear section. I couldn't be bothered right now, so just put it with technic axles, 2-side axles. Couldn't figure out how to do the head, even though we're missing the head anyway. This piece, I think, is a part of that. I believe there's like here or something, and then the head piece goes on the pin. We don't have the head, we don't have Kakama anyway, so no point. No point in trying to find another piece of Nouveau armor. There's one of his climbing claws. I do have a bunch of climbing claws, so it's not a huge issue to not have them. I could probably finish building this. This uses red eyes, or like orange eyes, which I probably have somewhere. I just don't have a Kakama Nouveau. Just don't have a Kakama Nouveau. I do, however, this was what I'd ordered as a Kakama Nouveau. Yeah, I ordered a Kakama Nouveau and got a Pakari Nouveau in brown. Which is interesting because this is actually rarer, but, you know. So imagine his head like that. So I could possibly finish that guy off. And I do also have a red-eyed head, which I could use for something. I don't know if that's for Tahu or something, but I could definitely use that to do some finishing off stuff. Anyway, on to the next thing. And finally, we have Nouveau. I must confess, I did cheat a bit. I already had these feet in storage, which weren't part of this lot. I had an extra leg and an extra arm piece. I did have some gear function stuff and an extra neck beam. I don't have the other weapon though, but he's almost complete thanks to some collection stuff. So that's Poggers. An almost complete boy there. And I'm not going to get into doing Levac Cal. I have got a bunch of limb pieces up to do with that. But right now, my brain does not want to try and do a Borak Cal build. I could not be bothered to go to that level of effort today. So I'm just going to put this parts in storage and do that another day. Because, boy, am I almost tired. Hold up. I just realized something. I can just finish. It's supposed to be that kind of neck beam, and then I can. I wasn't sure if it was that style, because that was what was on the piece already, or whether it was the other one. I'm gonna basically mod this either which way for the gearbox, just to have that kind of proper gearbox function. I'm not sure if Nouveau was the one that bought the trend with this, because I know originally he had one arm gear function and the arm not. I don't know if they did that for the Nouveau as well, but I believe the Nouveau one did a proper full gearbox in everyone. Either which way, I think I prefer doing that anyway for Nouveau because it makes sense. And I will probably mod it further and add other gear bit at the back just to give it better stability. I did see this at one point. You just add another gear function at the back. And what that does, that just allows it to sort of hold poses the gear function, which is pretty cool. The other thing I'm going to do, I believe this is the correct head for him. So, and again, I know I have to do the gear functions on this guy. I should have some gear somewhere. But I am just going to see if I can find some mask. Just a tiny bit more work on little Tahati Nouveau, whose arm fell off immediately. Fantastic. I do have one of his blades somewhere. I don't know exactly where it probably is. Hold on one second. Where is it? Yeah, one of his fire swords is in my stash somewhere. I've got gears that I can probably do a gear function thing with. I do need to clean some parts off anyway. But yeah, so we've got two basically complete Tahati Nouveau, three other Tahati Nouveau, two other Tahati Nouveau in a state of sort of semi-completion, one who was completely. So that's like 30-40 quid's worth of stuff easily. Stuff to finish off two Borak Cal, a complete Borak Cal, what would be a mask pack, or most of a mask pack. There should probably be another weird Kanoe in there. Should have been another off-color Kanoe. But to get 2 Chrono... Actually, no, it would have been 1 mask, 2 Chrono, isn't it? Or was it 3? No, it was 3 Chrono, 2 masks for that one. So yeah, we should really have a third weird Chrono and another mask. But hey, to get like 50% of a mask pack is pretty cool. This, I don't know exactly what this is for yet, but it's cool. And Nouveau. I will probably try and build the other Anua as well, just because putting it in the stash for the combiner model would be fun. But thank you guys for watching this video here. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be back with another video soon, possibly going over the combiner models. And yeah, this has been Cody Chicks. Thank you guys for watching. I'm off. Bye-bye for now.